Hey guys, welcome back to the next training. In this training, we are going to scale up and scale down with two different methods of your replica cluster, which we just created right now. So the first thing is that we're going to do is like scale up. So you can see that currently the desired value is 3. Now you can use this option which interacts with the replication controller and basically scales up or scales down with your desired amount of replicas you want to proceed or have. So all you have to do for this is basically kubectl apply, I'm sorry, scale hyphen replicas equal to the number of replicas you want to have, like 4, for example. Currently it's at 3, which is the desired one. And you can give the replication controller either like this, or you can give RC and then the name of the replication controller. Now in this two different ways, you can actually check this one. You can see that it has changed to the scale desired amount of 4, and you just saw that it became 3 to 4. And this new instance was created on worker 1. So you can see right now it is shared properly, worker 1, worker 1, worker 2, worker 2. So now you have a proper distribution of your replicas around of this Nginx image on both the servers, both the worker nodes or your control plane or data plane, however you would call it. Now there is another way of doing it. Okay, so now you can go back and say that I want like a 2 instance by just giving this command with 2, and this will enable you to create 2 instances of it. That desired state will change to from 4 it will go to 2, and then you will see reduction over here. So let's just see that right now. So I'm going back to 3. Let's say, for example, you can see that one virtual machine is trashed. The one pod is trashed right now, and you can see that only 3 of them is running, and that is what is desired for your replica set. Another way of doing this is basically going to kube control edit and then your replica set slash the name of the replica. Now this is mandatory. You can do it this way, or you can give like space and then you can type it like this. This is another way of doing it. You can use replication controller. Likewise, also you can do it like this as well. So yeah, it's completely up to you how you want to do this. I find it comfortable because it's easy for me to copy and paste it from here to there. So that's another way of doing it. So now when you do the edit command on this one, so it's gonna open up the configuration page, which is within the which is actually having this configuration running. So this method you can actually modify the replica sets over here and it will get saved, but then it will not save the file. For example, I'm making this 2 right now. I'm creating this file, but this file, we are not editing this file. Okay, so this file will be 3 only. But that what we are editing over here is the one which is currently running. So this is an object which is currently running on your Kubernetes. Now we are editing this object which is running on the Kubernetes in the YAML format. Okay, so now you can see that when you type get RC and Nginx controller, right, you get this output just like the way I wanted it. I've just given here -o wide and show labels. That's extra parameter. Here without the extra parameter you can see this, but there is another way of looking at this. If you give -o as in like output in YAML file format, you can actually see the same interface which you got in BI. So this is actually what is running as part of this object. So we are editing, we are calling the edit mode here with using the kube control, and we are editing the existing configuration and making the changes on the existing configuration. So it doesn't change your existing file which you have done, and your file will be like the same. But what happens if you remove this? All the temporary changes you have made to this particular stuff, like changing it from 3 to 2, will be gone, right? Because this, what you're editing right now is the environment, your environment object you're editing, and you're changing it the environment object. So I would possibly name this as a runtime environment. Okay, this is not when you change anything on the runtime environment, it only changes the current runtime environment, but it will not save that change permanently. If you want to have this change permanently, you need to edit the YAML file which actually has that detail, so that when you spin up using this YAML file, then that change of desired state 2 would be achieved. Unless and until you don't modify the YAML file, the next time when you create this, for example, I'm just going to remove this group control. Very simple. Delete replica controller, and then the name of the replica controller. Like you see, that's gone. Now, if I'm going to apply this again, so if I run the apply command one more time, now my replica sets will be created with the desired state of 2 as a replica. Now you can see that. So that's pretty much what I want to cover on the basic side of things. I think that's all I have for you in this video. But do remember, if you have any questions, I'm always available. You can leave it on the question section. I'll be able to assist you by finding an answer for you on your question. Thank you again for your patience and time. I'll see you on the next video.